Today we are going to be looking at the area of parallelograms. So first off, what is a parallelogram? It is a quadrilateral with opposite sides that are parallel and congruent. First off, knowing that a quadrilateral means 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then when it says opposite sides are parallel and congruent, it means this bottom and top are opposite sides. They are parallel, which I'm going to draw using little arrows like that. That means that these two sides will go on forever and never intersect. And congruent means they are equal length. So if I put a tick mark here, it means this length is the same as that length. And then the other opposite sides, my left side and my right side, are also parallel. I'm going to use 2 arrows now. Meaning, again, if these continue, they'll never intersect, and congruent. So this side length is equal to this side length. So steps to finding the area of a parallelogram. First, you are going to highlight the perpendicular height. So what that means, perpendicular means at a 90-degree angle. So anything that comes at a 90-degree angle, and we usually see a little box symbol like that, which means 90 degrees. It can be in any direction. It would just have this little 90-degree symbol. It can be angled this way and have this 90-degree symbol. Then we're going to highlight the base that is connected to the height at the right angle. And then using this formula, A equals BH, which means area equals the base times the height. And then note, since we have 2 dimensions, base and height, the units are always squared. So for example here, the base of a parallelogram can be any one of its sides. It does not matter. It doesn't mean the bottom necessarily. Any side. In this case, this side right here is the base because we have a perpendicular height right here with that little 90-degree symbol. And the height is the perpendicular distance from the base to the opposite side. So let's look at some examples here. First off, we want to get in the habit of identifying what type of shape it is. Even though right now we're only looking at parallelograms, we're going to get to a point where we're going to have to decide. So how many sides does this have? These dotted lines are not part of the side. So we are just counting these full lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And the sides are opposite and the opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So it is a parallelogram. And our formula, as we stated up here, is A equals BH. Area equals base times height. So I'm plugging that in. I'm writing it down so I know what I need to plug in. So the first thing that I look for is I look for that little 90-degree symbol. And I'm going to highlight the side that is connecting at that 90-degree angle. So this side right here. And what is it connected to? It's got this dotted line here that is connecting us to this side length. So when I'm plugging in, we don't know the area. We are solving for the area. So I'm going to say A equals, I'm going to plug in for my base, which my base is what I identified as my green one here. So 18 times, I'm plugging in parentheses, our perpendicular height, which I identified with the pink highlighting here, which is 7. So then I'm just plugging into my calculator. 18 times 7 equals 126. So our area equals 126. The units were feet, and we put the little baby 2 to show feet squared. All right, number 2. Again, first thing I'm counting, and it's only these dark lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Then looking at the type of shape that it is, those opposite sides are parallel and congruent, so it is a parallelogram. And as we stated, that formula is A equals BH, so area equals base times height. First thing I like to look for is the height. So a lot of times we see that dotted line that tells us the height. So I see that right here with this little 90-degree symbol. And the side that that 90-degree symbol is connected to is this side length right here. The problem is there's no length listed here. But what we have to remember is this side right here is the same as this opposite side. So the left side is equal to the right side. So if the right side is 20, the left side is also 20. So again, when we're plugging in, we highlighted our base in the green. We highlighted our height in the pink. So I'm plugging in, we are solving for the area. We are given the base value of 20 times the height that's highlighted here of 3. Maybe I can do that in my head. If not, I can plug that into my calculator. 20 times 3 is 60. Our units are centimeters squared with the little 2. All right, number 3, counting our sides. Again, these dotted lines don't count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. They are the opposite sides are parallel and congruent, so it is a parallelogram. And our formula for parallelograms is A equals BH. So I'm plugging in what we know. Or I'm looking for my perpendicular height first, so I see that dotted line here with that 90-degree symbol, and the side that that's connected to is this bottom side here. So we are solving for the area. The base we highlighted in green, the height we highlighted in pink. So I'm plugging in. Our base is 11 times our perpendicular height here of 8.7. Decimals, that's easy to do on the calculator. 11 times 8.7 equals 95.7. So our area equals 95.7 centimeters squared. All right, number 4, counting our sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. The opposite sides are parallel and congruent, so it is a parallelogram, which means our formula is A equals BH. Looking for that dotted line, for that perpendicular line with that 90-degree symbol. It is connected to that 90-degree symbol because it kind of looks like it's on the corner, so you could be like, well, it's either side. The one that the 90-degree connects to is this bottom line here. The problem is there's no measurement on the bottom, but what we have to remember, opposite sides are congruent, they're equal. So the bottom is equal to the top length. So if the top length is 9, this bottom length is 9 as well. Again, when we're plugging in, we highlighted our base in green. We highlighted our height in pink. So area equals our base of 9 times our perpendicular height of 10. Maybe we can do it in our head. If not, plug it into the calculator. 9 times 10 is 90. The units are kilometers with the little baby 2 squared. All right, counting my sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. That makes this a parallelogram. and that means the formula is A equals BH. First thing I look for is that perpendicular height. I see the dotted line here with our little 90-degree symbol. The side that it is connected to is this side right here. That's where the 90-degree symbol is. We highlighted our base in green and our height in pink. Plugging in what we know. Our base, that green highlighted spot, is 14.5 times our perpendicular height here of 7.6. So we get area equals, I'm going to plug that into my calculator, 14.5 times 7.6 is 110.2. The units are feet squared. Number 6, the number of sides. Again, we don't include these dotted lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. The opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So it is a parallelogram, which means the formula is A equals BH. First thing I look for is that dotted line to show us the perpendicular height. So I see that 90-degree symbol. The 90-degree symbol connects to this side length right here. So we highlighted our base in green, our height in pink. So I'm plugging in A equals our base of 2.6 times our perpendicular height of 5.1. I plug this into my calculator, 2.6 times 5.1, and I get 13.26. The units are centimeters squared. And that is it.